Hi, you folks, and welcome back. If you don't know, safes are a bit of a common theme in puzzle boxes, with the objective to find the treasure within, usually gold, like these two right here. But does this one also contain gold? This is Safe by Pelikan Puzzles, a company in Czechia who makes a variety of types of wooden puzzles. They specialize in packing puzzles, where you have to perfectly fit various shaped objects within a container, and in burr puzzles, where one has to disassemble and then reassemble notched pieces of wood into the shape of an object. But it's good to be showing off a wooden puzzle again. And this one not only has a nice heft to it, but in terms of quality, it looks top notch. This is my first Pelikan puzzle, and not knowing how to solve any of their other previous boxes, I didn't know what to expect going into it. But it did come with this overview card saying that you're holding a safe that belonged to a rich factory owner called George Thomas. Story has it the safe contains a great treasure. They say several robbers have tried to rob it, but obviously no one has been successful so far. So the task is clear. Get into the safe and find out why everybody was so eager to get it. So pretty straightforward here, but with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to solve the Safe by Pelikan Puzzles.
Solve begins in 3, 2, 1.
Alright, so as we explore the puzzle box, the first thing any curious individual would want to do is spin the dial, and doing so produces this clicking sound, whether you rotate it clockwise or counterclockwise. So nice little feature there. Got a nice hinge on the side of the door. Underneath it, we've got the 4 feet. And really, that's about it with what we have to start with. The quality, as I said, is top notch. You can't see any parts where wooden panels might shift or move. You might be inclined to start at the bottom with the feet, twisting, pulling, pushing. But there's no action there. I got lucky with this. Usually I don't get lucky, but what I first started to do is figure out, can the top or bottom twist left or right? There's no movement there. Then I thought, let me try and pull the two ends out from one another. There was a catch, a magnet I found out later, that kept the two pieces together. You definitely have to use a little bit of force, not too much, nothing excessive I think, but there is the magnets that keep this firm in place so this top shell does not wiggle at all. And if we were to look inside, you can see the dial mechanism, and there's a little piece of copper that's cut out which produces the clicking sound as you rotate the dial. So all of that was just for show, but it looks pretty cool. So as I said, I was able to get that very quickly, surprisingly enough, which leaves us with the inside. It looks to me like a shelf or a filing cabinet, with the top drawer having a little knocker or pull tab that we can go ahead and we can remove what's inside here. And we see a 4-compartment container with one of those compartments having just one piece of gold. So surely this cannot be all that there is to the puzzle.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
But no, there is certainly more. And again, I got lucky with this as well, because after I removed the gold coin, took a look at it, nothing too special, out of the ordinary. I put this down, and I put this down on top of the case here. Realize there's some magnets at play. So again, there's magnets on the top and on the inside of this rather, as well as the top right here. So that's the reason why there was some resistance pulling these two apart. But that made me realize, okay, there's something else dealing with magnets related to the solve to get this bottom compartment out. So I went around and realize, okay, where is there something? And right here at the bottom there is a magnet. You see where the magnets repel one another, so you kind of see it jumping about. Pretty strong magnet, but nothing is happening if you, on the other side, if you're to try and have this piece repel the magnet to push out the box right there. That doesn't work. And I tried for the longest time thinking, okay, well, what do we do next? Do we need to twist this? Do we need to pull this? Do we need to push in on this? Is there magnets in place where one end pops up? And this is where I struggled for a long time, well over an hour to be honest with you. But then I went back to this piece and thought, okay, why is there 4 sections to this? There could have just been one where the gold coin resides. So upon investigation, I realized that I could remove these 2 sections, these 2 pieces of wood. I'm like, okay, so now I've got a little bit further, but I still wasn't making any progress. So after a while of moving this around, I realized that I could flip and remove the bottom of this section Now I had a piece where the magnets didn't have to go through this compartment for them to be stronger. And that's ultimately what you need to do, is you need to have this wooden side go slowly down the back of this panel. And that's going to push out this piece like so. And there we have it. Again, this piece had to have been removed. I tried doing it countless times when it was in this drawer, and the magnet just wasn't strong enough to repel the magnet that's on the back side of this box or compartment. So we see a note that's inside which says, "Incredible, I'm so happy. $1 million, gold mine, gold bricks, diamonds. Don't be sad, I was faster. Here's a present for you, signed Jesse James." And underneath, or inside, we see a single $100 bill. So everyone wanted to get into the safe because of all the riches and treasures that were inside, but unfortunately, we were just too slow. And sadly, this is the end of the puzzle box. I felt that it was a little bit of a disappointment where there wasn't really a payoff or a prize to claim. It felt a little bit of a letdown. I've seen this before. It's not my favorite. I'd rather there be some rewards, some prize, other than like a gotcha type element. But I thought the puzzle itself was amazing, well put together. I hope you liked it. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Until next time.